We welcome you back here to Confluence, PA, as we apologize there over the past few minutes as we were running into a few technical difficulties here today, and we apologize for any inconvenience that may have caused you viewers that are watching here today, as we really do appreciate all of you, even through all these errors and difficulties that we are having. But in case you missed what happened there in the last inning, the Elks were able to get 2 runs on the board and take the lead, as the batter Bodes was able to knock one into left field. And he was able to get on first base, but the Elks just couldn't get out of that inning, as Kemp was able to work both batters, the next 2 batters, Schmidt and Blotcher, and retire both of those batters to end the inning. And that now brings us to the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Rams. And they're going to try and get the lead back here in the bottom of the 3rd. Up for the Rams, batting first will be Bryce Schmidt. This will be the first time we'll see him today, the only lefty batter on the Rams roster, as he'll take a few hacks there outside the box, and the umpire who's doing the home plate job today will take his brush out and clean off that plate for the players here, as Hetrick has pitched 3 innings so far. He's only pitched 31 pitches, and we'll see how much he has left in his tank here as he'll come set. Schmidt showing the bunt. He'll quickly draw back and take that one for ball 1, as the Rams trying to get this win here and extend their record to 2-0 to start out the season. But the Elks right now have the lead, as once again Schmidt shows bunt. That one's taken outside for ball 2. The Elks are quickly there to jump on that ball and try to see if Schmidt was going to bunt, but instead Schmidt pulled back, and he's got 2 balls on him here. Hedrick trying to work his way back into the count. That one's taken for a called strike on Schmidt. That's the first strike of the inning for the Elks. On Schmidt, excuse me. And Schmidt trying to put the ball in play. Here he does, as he rips that one right down the third base line, right in front of the assistant coach, Frankie Ryan. But it skipped foul, and the count's evened up at 2-2. On the lefty batter, Schmidt. Hetrick trying to retire him in here. He'll throw from the rubber. That one's just outside for a ball, as Schmidt decides to lay off that one to load the count full. And with 3 balls and 2 strikes on Schmidt, trying to get him here, and he'll swing and miss on that one. Strike 3 on Schmidt, and he goes down swinging, which will now bring up the batter, Will Toy. Toy, the senior, coming to bat here, as he takes a called strike. On the initial pitch to give him a first pitch strike. Hector comes set once more, and Will Toy rips that one down the line. It'll go just foul, as Toy, what a blast that was. But it hooked her over there to the left just a tad bit too much to stay on the left side of that fair/foul line. So with a 1-1, 0-2 count, on the batter, Toy, he's going to have to try and work his way out of this count as Hedrick throws that one up high for a ball. Will Toy, senior entering his first season of baseball. Last time he played baseball was during his Little League season, as Will Toy was also able to put up some impressive numbers in basketball season, as he led the team in points scored and was also selected to the All-County second team. In the process, though, he's trying to continue that success here in baseball, and he's got 2 balls and 2 strikes on him here inside the box, as that one's up high, and 3 consecutive balls by the pitcher Hetrick. And now the count's loaded up at 3-2. Will Toy trying to produce some activity here for the Rams, and he's able to work Hetrick to throw 4 consecutive balls. And Will Toy will make his way down the first base line. With 1 out, the Rams will have a runner on first base. Bringing up the pitcher, Cameron Kemp, to the plate. Kemp, he swings and misses. Toy thought about going. He'll maybe go a little bit of halfway, but will quickly turn around as decided not to go on that one. And Rollins threw it down to the first base, but wasn't able to get Toy in time. So with a strike on the batter, Kemp, Toy remains at first base. As Hetrick comes set, the crack by Toy, that's to center field. It finds its gap and bounces over the head of the center field for the Elks. What a hit by Kemp, and he's on his wheels, and that one gets by the cutoff blotcher, and Cameron Kemp will score an inside the park home run. Oh my, what a hit by Cameron Kemp. That will score 2, and the Rams are back in business with 2 runs on the board to give them the lead. 3-2 was something you don't see too often. An inside the park home run, as that one just got over the head of the center fielder for the Elks, Hutzel. And Kemp never slowed down on the base pads, and both runners will score. And an inside the park home run for Kemp. And now the batter, Grove, will drill one down the left field line, a fair ball, and Smith struggles to get the ball, and now Grove's on second, and he's going 3, and the ball will go over the head of the shortstop. Frankie Ryan's going to send Grove home. Grove to the plate, and he's in! Back-to-back inside the park home runs for the Rams. Oh my, what a job by the number 2 and 3 batters for the Rams. And what an amazing effort by the Rams offensive side. And they are on fire here in this bottom of the 3rd inning. And not only to get the inside the park home run, but back-to-back is absolutely crazy. And we'll see if Blake Nicholson, the number 4 hitter, can maybe repeat it 3 times in a row, or at least get on base here for the Rams. But they're up on top 4-2, and a little bit of excitement here in Confluence to re-spark the crowd and get this team going for Turkeyfoot. As Hetrick's still trying to battle from the mound, as Nicholson meanwhile rips it up to the shortstop Hutzel, as Boda stretches there to get the out by Nicholson, and that will be the 2nd out of the inning. But in the process, though, the Rams are able to tackle on 3 runs to extend their lead to 4-2. And they're still alive here in this 3rd inning with Holiday at the plate as he swings and takes a hack at that one, but fouls it back against the backstop. Put the first strike on him as Holiday will hustle down the line to talk things over to Frankie Ryan. As Holiday will make his way back into the box here. 4-2, Rams on top. Holiday trying to keep that going as he settles in. Pitch from Hetrick, a swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch gets Holiday swinging. And Holiday falls behind in the count, 0-2. On the pitcher, Hetrick. Hetrick trying to work his way out of this inning after allowing those 3 runs. He tries to do so here, but Holiday will get a little piece of that one to pop it over just to the left side of the 3rd base. So, batter Holiday stays alive in the box with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Trying to stay alive at the plate. Hetrick trying to do the opposite. And he'll throw, and Hunter Holiday will throw a little fader over the head of the 3rd baseman. And Holiday gets a single off of the hit to the left fielder. And Stephen Hoover will now come to bat. And Holiday standing on first base. Steven Hoover, he's playing right field today. He went over 1 on the day as the pitch by Hetrick's in the dirt, as Hetrick struggling here in this middle of the game, as he's up to 53 pitches so far. 22 of those have come in this third inning. And currently Salisbury isn't warming anyone up, but we'll see if maybe we'll have a substitution here, maybe in this inning or even in the upcoming innings, depending on how Hetrick finishes this one. But in the process, Hunter Holiday will still second base on the ball pitch to Hoover, and Hoover's got 2 balls on him here with 2 outs. Hitter's count as he comes set, and the change-up throw by Hetrick skips by Hoover, and the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes, and Holiday moves up on the ball that got past the pitcher for the Elks, and 3-0. Hoover comes set. That one's outside for ball 4, and Hoover takes 4 consecutive balls, and he'll get the walk, and he's on first base for the batter, Brandon Trussler. Trussler was able to do some damage back in the second inning as he was able to poke that ball and pick up an RBI, and that gave the Rams their 1 run to start the game as he lays down a bunt to the pitcher Hetrick. Trussler trying to beat it out, but instead Hetrick throws home to Rollins. Rollins wasn't expecting it, and now the Rams are gone. Hoover will go to third, and oh my! Salisbury is caught off guard, and Hoover scores from from first all the way home. And a little bit of confusion by Hetrick and Rollins, and they're going to talk it over with head coach Marty Kemp. And a little bit of a mental mistake there by the Elks cost them 2 runs. But a great job by Trussler to get the bunt down, and what an eventful inning it's been. And the Rams still aren't done yet as Culp tries to throw down the bunt. Bounces down the line to put the count at 1 strike. Culp standing in the box here. He's trying to stay alive and keep this Rams offense going as he pokes that one down the third base line for a foul ball to put the count at no balls and 2 strikes. As Culp has runners at second base. Standing there is Trussler. And pitcher Hetrick will fake over there to Trussler, but he'll come set from the mound. 2 strikes on the batter, Culp. Hetrick trying to finish off the inning, but Culp sends that one up the gap, and that will score Trussler. And the score will go to 8-2. And the Rams, 7-2, my mistake. And with 2 outs, the Rams are still continuing to swing away here. And in the meantime, the ball will skip in the dirt. And the batter Culp will move up 1 base. For the Rams, he's standing at second base. Now the pitch over to Schmidt. That gets by, and Culp's on his wheels to third, and he'll move over to third base for the Rams. And Schmidt, the left-handed batter, trying to knock in Culp from third base. Hetrick still trying to work out the damage that's been done by the Rams as they've scored 6 runs in this inning. And the pitch there is held by Schmidt to put the count at 3 balls and 1 strike. He's standing inside the box here. Bat on the shoulder. Pitch now is outside, and that's ball 4 for the batter Schmidt. Now that will bring up the top of the order once again for the Rams, with the senior Will Toy coming to the plate. And Schmidt remains at first base as Swink was telling him to go, but Schmidt remained there at first base. And with runners on the corners, Toy trying to knock him in. Schmidt will take off for second. He'll stand up, stealing there as a smart decision by Rollins to not attempt the throw. And the count goes 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Will Toy. 7-2 is the score. Rams have dominated this 3rd inning. Their offense have really been sparked, and they've never turned back ever since the start of this, scoring 6 runs. And as I keep mentioning, they're still not done yet, as Hetrick still battling from the mound, trying to get out of this. He's thrown half of his pitches today in this inning. 33 pitches is where he stands as Toy smacks that one into left field. It's hit to the left fielder Smith, and that will finally end the inning. But what an impressive job by the Rams to tack on 6 runs. They're on top 7-2 after 3 innings of play. Back here at the baseball field, let's take a look at the West Pac South standings. Rockwood sitting on top with a 1-0 record. They're playing Berlin today. Meanwhile, Turkeyfoot sitting in second place also with a 1-0 record. Then Myersdale 1-1 in third place. They dropped last night's game to North Star 8-6. They'll try to rebound today at Shanksville. Then Berlin also sitting at 1-1 as they dominated Shade last night 19-1. Shanksville 0-1 in 5th place. Salisbury 0-1 in 6th. And Shade rounding out the side with an 0-2 record to finish up the West Pac South standings. Meanwhile, Rams trying to close out this game in the top of the 4th. As what an eventful inning that last inning was. We had 2 inside the park home runs. 6 runs came across the plate, and now the Elks get a turn to make up for it as the batter Smith will foul that one down the line. As Cameron Kemp still pitching from the mound. He's thrown 60 pitches today for the Rams. We'll see how many he can pitch in this inning as the throw by Kemp. That one swung on a miss. A fat pitch there by Kemp to fool the batter Smith into swinging at that one. And the count goes to 0-2. Once again, Kemp throws the bunt by the batter Smith. Down the line it goes. Kemp will toss the little one over to the Hunter Holiday. What a bang-bang play that was. It was almost like it was in slow-mo there for a minute, as we didn't really know there for initially if Kemp was going to pick that one up or let it go foul, as Smith tried to work down the line, but just couldn't get there in time before being retired by Kemp. Meanwhile, that will bring up the batter Barrios. As he comes set in the box here. Ball missed outside. Seven to 2 the score. Top of the fourth. Up is Barrios. He's going 0 for 1 today in today's game. He went 0 for 1 in the game against the Myersdale Red Raiders as well. He's getting a chance to get on base for the first time this season, as that one is taken for a called strike to put the count at 3 balls and 1 strike. Meanwhile, over on the left side, Salisbury does have someone warming up. As in the meantime, Barrios will take ball forward and he'll jog down the line. Can't tell at the moment who that is pitching over there on the third base line, but maybe we'll see whoever it is make an appearance in the game here shortly. As the Elks are trying to get their offense going here, as the batter Hutzel takes a swing at that one, and that one will drop in front of Trussler right over the head of Toy, and it falls for a single, and the Elks have runners on first and second with 1 out. Maybe trying to repeat what the Rams did in that third inning. And now that will bring up the catcher Rollins. Rollins coming to bat here. He takes first pitch for a ball. Salisbury currently having runners on first and second, trying to get the Elks going. Here is Rollins, who stands inside the box, the right-handed batter who wears the number 7 on his jersey, as he takes that ball up high for ball 2. Seven to 2 the score. Rollins. 1 runner in scoring position. 1 on first. He rips it down the line. Fair ball is called. Maybe a little bit of a controversial call there, but Trussler has to be quick to get to it. And that will toss over the head of Toy as Trussler is trying to get in time. Elks will score 1 run there. And the score will go 7 to 3. Elks trying to battle back, and they got a runner on third and second, with the batter Hetrick coming to the plate. Hetrick, the pitcher, struggled in that last inning, trying to battle back here at the plate as he takes that one low for ball 1. Hetrick got runners at third and second. Trying to get this game knotted back up at 7. He'll take ball 2. Meanwhile, Cameron Kemp, the right-handed pitcher, trying to work off of that mound. He wears number 6, a junior, as the Rams are trying to save as many pitches as they can, especially with having a game tomorrow against Hyman and a game against against Berlin on Thursday. As Kemp comes set, trying to work back with 3 balls, but that one's outside for ball 4, and that loads the bases up for the Elks. And that brings up Hutzel, their number 4 hitter, to the plate to see what he can do here with the bases full. Meanwhile, Brian Toy will make his way to the mound in a little bit of a tea party here by the Rams. But we'll step aside before coming back here in the fourth inning. Rams trying to work out of a jam. 7-3. They're still on top. Back here after the mound visit by assistant coach Brian Toy and the infielders. Talk things over with Kemp, and they're going to try and make their way out of it here, but Hutzel has the bases juiced for Salisbury. He takes an early swing and miss on the pitch at the kneecaps of the batter, Hutzel. One out for the Elks. Hutzel smacks that one in the gap, and that will get dropped down as it skips over the head. The Elks are going to score two. Toy throws home, and that will move the runners up each one base. And throw by Toy, maybe not the best decision, but he was trying to get the runner at the plate, but couldn't do so. And the Elks are back in business here as a 7-5 game, a close one. And Cody Bodis will make his way up to the plate. Meanwhile, Bodis stepping into the box here. He's got runners at the third and second base bag. Both of those runners are the game time runners in the fourth inning. See if Bodis can knock them home with one out on this Salisbury team. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter. As that one is driven into deep left field by Bodis. And off the fence it goes. 2 will score. And just like that, Salisbury up 7-7. As they respond, and they're fired up about it in the dugout. As the Rams are looking a little dry here in this inning, as the Elks find themselves knotted back up at 7, and they still only have 1 out, with Bodis remaining at first base. Meanwhile, coming into the box is Schmidt. Cameron Kemp sits at 80 pitches, so he probably might be his last batter here with Garrett Schmidt at the plate. See if Kemp can maybe work his way out of the inning at least, and maybe double play action as it skips over to Schmidt. He'll turn it to Toy, and he'll get the double play. Wow, a great job by the right side of the infield. Schmidt to Toy to Holiday to end the inning, and that will bring us to the close of 4. The Elks 7, Rams 7. Bottom of the fourth inning is about to begin here. Both teams exploded there in the course of the last inning. Elks scored 4 to get back at 7, while the Rams were able to get 6, but things are knotted up now at 7. But the Rams are coming to bat here, and we'll see what they can do at the plate to maybe get ahead in this game and get some insurance runs. Wow. Patrick's still standing on the mound for the Elks as he'll come set and he'll throw to the batter. Kemp's early, right off the bat, swings, and that one will get over the head of the center field Hutzel. It's time to see the wheels of Kemp. He's going around second. He's going to third. And Cameron Kemp will be held at third base. And a triple to start off the inning by the Rams as it was bobbled out there in center field. And third base coach Brian Toy maybe playing a little safe there not to send the runner home. But instead, Grant Grove will come to the plate to bat. Meanwhile, here the first pitch by Grove. Inside for ball 1. As you have to wonder there, maybe if the center fielder Hutzel for Salisbury would have been in just out of just a little bit, he was kind of shaded in. And that ball just was driven right over his head. And it was a rat race to try to get the ball and get it in time. And they were able to hold Kemp at third, but we'll see if Grant Grove can change that. But that one will be slapped off the back of Grove, and he'll work his way down the line. So that will put runners at third and first for the batter, Blake Nicholson. The Rams power hitters coming to the plate here. With runners on first and third. Hetrick comes set. And Nicholson will slap that one down the left field line. And the foul territory is the left fielder Smith. But tagging from third is Kemp. So the Rams will regain the lead here. On the sacrifice fly by Nicholson. And now up to the plate is Hunter Holiday. Meanwhile, the swing by Holiday as he barely taps that one down the line. Grove was heading off for second, but he'll have to make his way back to first base. Trying to continue to add on some runs here in this bottom of the fourth inning, as Rollins will try to throw down the second. He gets it there, but not in time to catch Grove, as Grove slides in for a stolen base. With Hunter Holiday at the plate. Holiday 1 for 2 on the day, playing first base for the Rams. Hetrick, meanwhile, still trying to battle from the hill. He's thrown 69 pitches on the day, as that one gets the batter Holiday. And for the Rams, out as Grant Grove took off for third, but since it's the dead ball, he will have to make his way back over to second. But Stephen Hoover's coming to the plate here for the Rams. He's got runners at the first and second base bag. Going as both runners, Grove standing up at third. See, just about overran that base, but was able to hold that foot on it to make sure he got there. Hold on to the base there. Also in the process, Hunter Holiday steals second base. So 1 base closer both runners go. For the batter, Stephen Hoover, that one skips in the dirt for one strike and 1 ball. On the right hand, the batter, Hoover. Stephen Hoover had 1 hit and 1 RBI in the game against Shade. And he has The count in his favor at 2 balls and 1 strike. As once again, we'd like to thank all of you for watching today's game, as we really appreciate you coming on here and supporting us and watching the game, and an exciting one it's been, with a 2-1 count on this batter. Hoover, he's still trying to tackle in some run for the Rams, but he'll swing and miss to put the count even at 2-2 with an out. Two and two, the count goes. The pitch to Hoover, that's low for ball 3. Full count on Hoover. He's trying to battle here at the plate with a full count. Runners on first and second. That will be up high for ball 4. Bases loaded now for the Elks, and that will bring out manager Marty Kemp to pull out Hetrick. We'll step aside here as the Rams are up top 8-7 with runners on first, second, and third. Back here in Confluence, Elks make a few changes. They'll put Hutzel on the mound to pitch in replace of Hetrick as he takes the ball up high early on the batter. Brandon Trust, bases are full process. Will move to shortstop, and Hetrick will move into center field. As Hutzel comes set from the mound, he'll toss that one for a ball up high. 2 balls and no strikes on the batter, Brandon Trussler. Ducks on the pond for the Rams. They're trying to knock a few insurance runs here to extend their lead. They're up by 1 as Rollins fakes the throw down to third base. He'll charge at the runner Grove before giving it back over the pitcher Hutzel. But the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Trussler, the left fielder, trying to get this offense going here today for the Rams. He settles in at the plate. That one's taken outside for a ball. And now the count's 3-1, and Hutzel has to be careful here from the mound, as you don't want to walk the runner home. But he's in a pickle here with the 3-1 count. As he comes set, the throw. That one swung on and fouled back by Trussler to load up the count at 3-2. Here in this one. Trussler, the right-handed batter. He's facing the right-handed pitcher Hutzel, who wears number 9. As Hutzel comes from the rubber. The knees up, and he'll throw it. That one just low, and ball 4. As the Elks will walk and run to give the Rams a 9-7 lead. And everyone will move up a base, and the bases will remain loaded for the batter Culp. Culp in this game is going 1 for 2. He had that drive single gap shot in between first and second. Inning ago, and he takes a hack, and that gets by the shortstop Hutzel. They're going to send Hoover home, and Hoover is going to stand up in time. They're going to go to third, and they're going to get him out of third as Trussler is thrown out by the catcher Rollins, but the Rams get two runs there to give them an 11-7 lead by the hit by Culp as Hutzel just muffled it there at shortstop. And wasn't able to get the first in time as he threw over to home. But then, as Trussler stuck off for third, wasn't able to do so. And that one is thrown over the head by Rollins. Coming to third will be Culp, and he'll steal second and third. And Culp steals 2 bases there in a row as the overthrow by the catcher Rollins, and Bryce Schmidt at the plate trying to drive in Culp from third base with 2 outs in this bottom of the 4th inning. 11-7. Turkeyfoot's on top of Salisbury here. That one's thrown upstairs for ball 1 on the batter. Ball 2. As once again Schmidt sells into that box, the left-handed hitter, wearing number 1, playing at second base. As he takes that one for a called strike. That's the first called strike on Schmidt here today. Here at this at-bat. As he settles in at the box. Schmidt. He'll come set. And that one is taken for a ball. 3-1 goes the count. Once again, Hutzel will come set. He'll throw. That one just missed outside for ball 4. As maybe the pitcher Hutzel was trying to dance around the box, but wasn't able to get that one called, and that will bring up the top of the order for the Rams with the batter Will Toy coming to bat. Toy's going 0 for 2 on the day, trying to change that here though, as he takes that first pitch for a called strike. Bryce Schmidt will move up a base as Rollins decides not to throw. And Toy has runners at second and third. Both in scoring position, Toy trying to get him home. The toss by Hutzel, that's up high for ball 1. Now put the count at 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. As the Elks went 5-11 last season, 3-11 the year before. As Hutzel once again throws as that one's fouled down the third base line. As in that last season, of course, there was none during the 1920 season because of COVID. But in 1819, the Rams went 1-1 against the Elks. They lost here at home 4-8, but won on the road 14-4. That's once again the toss by Hutzel is taken for a ball to put the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs on the batter Toy. Rams have gone 7-3 against Salisbury over the past 5 seasons, trying to make that 8-3 here today. Hutzel trying to change that though, as once again the batter toy stays alive in the box as he knocks that one foul down the left side of the field. As last time Rams made the playoffs was a 17-18 season where they played Southern Fulton but fell 0-15. Trying to get back to the playoffs this year, and they got a chance to do so. At least win this game with the count full now on toy. Also, they haven't had a winning season. That's dating back to 2007. But as I just mentioned about the playoffs, they're of course trying to change that here this season. Focusing on this game right now, and toy a great at bat by the batter to work the count and get down the line for a walk to load up the bases once again for the Rams, with the number 2 batter and number 6 pitcher Cameron Kemp coming to the plate. Hutzel trying to get out of this traffic jam here for Salisbury. He has to face Kemp first, and that one is a cold strike. Fastball that right down the pipe of the zone. Meanwhile, Kemp is going 2 for 3 on the day. Also done a pretty good job on the mound for the Rams as he swings and hacks that one. Will that fall as the center fielder comes in, hat-trick, and he's there for the catch. The Rams leave 3 on, but they get back on top 11-7 after 4. The Rams are leading. Back here at the beautiful baseball and Confluence PA. Some great sights here, as pretty active place as you got the railroad tracks out there and left in center field, maybe a little bit like the Houston Astros Stadium down there in Houston, Texas, with the train on the left side of things. And then you got the road coming from center to right and the bike trail directly behind us. So a lot of things going on here, but a beautiful sight and a beautiful weather for some baseball. And the Rams are trying to take advantage of that beautiful weather and get a beautiful win here today. And they're looking good right now with 11-7 lead heading into the 5th inning. Cameron Kemp is going to remain on the mound for the Rams, at least for now. And he'll face the batter Blotcher to start off this 5th inning. Mercedes Blotcher, the second baseman, is going 0 for 2 on the day. She comes set inside of the batter's box. The pitch from Kemp upstairs just above the head of Blotcher for ball 1 to open up this 5th inning. Kemp once again standing tall at the mound. He'll toss that one outside for ball 2. Trying to work his way back in the count here, down 2 balls. As Blotcher, meanwhile, standing inside. That one's taken for ball 3. And now a little bit of a Drunk ball pitch there on the just below the knees of the pitcher, of the batter, Bloucher, but Bloucher will swing on and crack that one right up to the pitcher, Kemp, and that will be the first out of the inning. Now that will bring up the batter, Smith, to the plate. He's going 0 for 2 on the day, playing left field and wearing that number 6. As he settles in with that red bat hanging above his shoulders. As he looks down the third baseline over there to assistant coach of Salisbury. Once again, Kent will gun. That one is hacked on and cracked back against the backstop for 1 ball and 1 strike. Here on Smith. He's got no 1-1 here. The bases are clear with 1 out. Trying to get Salisbury back on top as he fouls that one off for strike 2. With 1 out here in the inning. Kemp trying to retire the batter, Smith. He'll throw. That one swung on and hacked to the second baseman, Schmidt, but that gets by the legs. And Schmidt immediately puts his hand on his head as he knew that one right away as he turned it to the heavens. But he'll sail back over to second base as Smith will get on the first. And that will bring up the number 9 hitter, Bartos, for the Elks. That dazzling red bat, he cracks that one to Schmidt. Schmidt trying to make up for it. They'll go 1 and a bang, bang. Oh, just in time. As everyone here on the Turkeyfoot side thought they maybe had got him there, but just in time is Smith to get there. As Schmidt was able to get the lead runner, Smith, out at second. Just couldn't turn the double play, but meanwhile, Bartos will fire it back over to Kemp in a 1-2-3 inning quickly for the Rams, and that ends the top of the 5th. Turkeyfoot still maintains their lead. It's 11-6, 11-7 game here in Confluence. If we take a look here at the lineup, and this bottom of the 5th inning, Grant Grove is coming to the plate for the Rams. He's batting 3rd in the order. Following him will be Blake Nicholson and Hunter Holiday. Grant Grove has gone 1 for 2 on the day inside of the box, and he's trying to make that 2 for 3. We'll see if he can do so here at this at bat. Last time Salisbury made the playoffs was during the 2010-11 season. They went pretty far, where they defeated Portage 4-2, Myersdale 5-3, Tussie Mountain 11-6, and Lancaster Country Day 5-0, before they fell to Muncie 0-7 in the playoffs. And it appears that Grant Grove will make his way down the first base line as he got hit by the pitch to start off the inning. So the Rams get a fresh runner on first with the batter Blake Nicholson coming to the plate. Devin Hutzel standing on the mound wearing the number 9 gold yellow number on the back of his jersey as Blake Nicholson, what a rip! And it bounces in front of the fence. Oh my, Nicholson! And Grant Grove will score. Nicholson standing at second. And the Rams get one more run to put the score 7-12 thanks to the blast by the senior Nicholson in the left field. And Nicholson gets a double out of it, and Hunter Holiday will come to the plate here trying to get Nicholson home from second base. As Holiday's going 1 for 2 on the day. Trying to increase that here as Nicholson had the wheels on heading to third. As Eric Swank talks there with Hunter Holiday as Holiday fouled that one back to the backstop. Maybe what was communicated by the coaches there as Nicholson was heading to third, but he'll jog back to the second base bag, and Holiday once again will make his appearance in the box. The change up by the pitcher, Hutzel, gets Holiday swinging. Rollins tossed it down to Bartos there at third base, got by. So Nicholson will pick up the stolen base. And he'll be one base closer to reaching that home plate and scoring another run for the Rams. One ball, one strike here on Holiday. No outs for the Rams. Still scoring here in this 5th inning as Holiday swings. That one could get down as they'll go foul. But that off comes the hat by the left fielder Smith. But he's able to make the grab and put the ball in the basket for the first out of the inning for Salisbury. But Hoover coming to the plate for the Rams with 1 out. Stephen Hoover 0 for 1 on the day. He'll coming to the plate. Picked up a walk in last inning as that one skips in the dirt for ball 1 in front of the batter. Hoover. As Hutzel comes set from the rubber. Scott Nicholson on third trying to work his way out of this inning. As he tosses that one to Hoover. That one is for ball 2. Still 1 out for the Rams. Hoover taps the plate a few times. Good crowd here today for today's game. Bleachers are full and some fans bringing their lawn chairs staying down the third base line. And the count now goes to 3 balls and no strikes on Hoover as Hutzel falls behind in the count. We'll see what Hoover does at the plate here with 3-0. As that one hits off the arm of Hoover, so that will put Hoover at first base. With the batter Brandon Trussler coming to the plate. Trussler been very active today, both in that left field and at the plate, scoring a few times and picking up a hit in the process. He's got a chance to pick up a few ribbies here with the runners on first and third. As he comes down the box, that one's up high, and Hoover will still second. And as I mentioned today, at the start of our game is really about something that the Rams have been really good at today, is being really active on those bases. And just things like that, keeping a heads up kind of play, because with a runner on third, there's really a slim chance that Rollins is going to throw that down to second base. Because, if he would, then Nicholson would most likely be going home, and you risk allowing that run. So, and every chance you get there, the Rams have done a good job at taking us. Once again, the pitcher Hutzel hits the batter Brandon Trussler to juice up the bases for Jesse Culp. And Rams, part of moving up on those bases and being really good at the plate, has allowed them to score 12 runs today, and maybe trying to close it out here with 3 runners on. At one, inside on the batter Culp, who'll take ball 1 to start off his at-bat. 2 for 3 at the plate today. Culp in the game against Shea picked up an RBI and had a hit. Also had 2 strikeouts in that game as well, and trying to continue his strong appearance at the plate today with 2 balls on him here. Playing the hot corner for the Rams as Nicholson, Hoover, and Trussler stand on third, second, and first base respectively, all getting fairly decent leads. As Hutzel, meanwhile, comes set in the throw. That one's taken for a cold strike just below the kneecaps of the batter Culp. Culp a little bit of a taller batter there, so that one looked a little low, but right inside of the zone on the batter Culp. As once again he'll come set inside the box. That one taken outside to put the count at 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Culp with the bat hanging above his shoulder. He's got the 3-1 count in his hands. Batters count. They'll throw it. That one's outside, and the Elks will walk Nicholson home to score. Put the score at 13-7. And everyone will move up 1 base with Bryce Schmidt coming to the plate. Bryce Schmidt, today the left-handed hitter, has a few. That one's taken for a ball low. As meanwhile, pitcher Hutzel is still trying to work his way here for the Elks as he'll throw that one, and he gets Schmidt swinging to put the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 13-7 score. Rams still have the bases full with the ducks on the pond. As Hutzel trying to make his way out of this inning. He's got to get 2 outs to do so as he tosses that one just outside for ball 2. On the batter Schmidt. As Hutzel's struggled a little bit coming here in the innings, but he's had to face this very good Rams lineup who've done a very good job in both of these games at the plate as Schmidt pops that one up down the third base side, and that one will fall out of play for a foul ball. And Schmidt trying to protect the play here, maybe expand the strike zone with a 2-2 count. And time is called by the home plate umpire, and Schmidt will take a step out of the box before returning into the box as Hutzel tries to get Schmidt to swing on that one, but Schmidt will sit on the pitch to put the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, counts full. Schmidt has 3 runners on the bases. The bat swinging above his shoulder. The throw by Hutzel, that's ball 4. And the Elks once again will walk a runner home. And now that will bring us to the top of the order with Will Toy coming to bat. 14-7 the score goes, and the Rams have really in this game exploded their offense here in this 5th inning as the Elks were able to make a little bit of a fight there in that 4th inning to get back get the score back tied up, but the Rams haven't stopped at the plate and they've just kept adding on and adding on. And now they find themselves up by 7 here on Salisbury. That one is swung on right down the wheelhouse and through the gap. 2 will score for the Rams as the batter Toy will pick up an RBI, 2 RBIs, and the score goes to 16-7 as the Rams pick up 2 on that last at bat. As Rams here in this bottom of the 5th inning, as they tackle one more with Schmidt down at 3rd, I believe that will be a 10-run roll, so we'll see if Kemp can make that happen, as he'll swing on and miss at that one to open up the at-bat. Meanwhile, Will Toy will move up a base to put him at 2nd. Bryce Schmidt at 3rd. With Cameron Kemp having a strike on him, he'll swing and foul that one back for the 2nd strike of the game. Wrap his hands around that bat and step back in, trying to stay alive in this box. In the box here. Hutzel, meanwhile, on the other side of things, trying to retire the batter here with 2 strikes. And he'll get that one just on the outside of the plate. Ball was called, though, on the batter, Cameron Kemp, to put the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Once again, Hutzel coming from the mound. The throw. That one smacked up to the shortstop. Skipped in front of him, and Cameron Kemp will beat the run out there. And as I mentioned, Schmidt will score, and that will do things here today from Confluence. The Rams with the 10-run roll. And we will step aside here for a quick break. We'll finish off today here with our post-game show right after this break. Back here in Confluence, the Rams take a 17-7 victory over the Elks. As we take a look here at the box score, Will Toy went 1 for 3 at the plate. He picked up 2 RBIs and 2 bases on balls. Meanwhile, Cameron Kemp went 3 for 5 at the plate with a strikeout. Grant Grove 1 for 2 with an RBI. Nicholson picked up 2 RBIs, 4 at-bats, and 2 hits, while Holiday went 1 for 3 at the plate. Brendan Tressler 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs and a base on balls, while Stephen Hoover went 0 for 1 at the plate, but picked up 2 base on balls as well. Jesse Cole 2 for 3 at the plate. He had 4 RBIs and led the team today. And Ribbies also had a base on ball and a strikeout. And lastly, Bryce Schmidt went 0 for 1 at the plate, but had an RBI and 3 walks. For the Elks, Hutzel went 3 for 4 at the plate. Now, Morelands went 1 for 2 with an RBI, a base on balls, and a strikeout. Hedrick went 0 for 1, and he had 2 walks and a strikeout, while Hutzel went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Bodas led the team in RBIs today with 4, as he had 2 hits on 3 at-bats. Schmidt was 1 for 3 at the plate, while Blotcher and Smith all went 0 for 3, and Baratos went 0 for 2 at the plate with a walk and a strikeout. On the mound for the Rams, Cameron Kemp pitched 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, allowed 7 runs, 4 base on balls, and retired 8 batters. He got the win today, while the Elks Hetrick pitched 3 and a third innings. He gave up 7 hits, 11 runs, 4 base on balls, 5 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. While Hutzel came in relief, he got the loss today on the mound, pitching 1 inning. He allowed 4 hits, 6 runs, and 5 walks in the process. As the Rams really today exploded in that inning, as they had 2 inside the park home runs, and they never quit there as their offense exploded, even with the Elks trying to get back into the game, as they did tie it up, but the Rams never turned back, and they kept scoring later on in the game, something the Elks just weren't able to do. Meanwhile, for the Rams, Kemp pitched a pretty solid game after he got in his groove. Struggled there at the start, but was really able to rebound and get the victory for the Rams. Now tomorrow, the Turkeyfoot will be playing here at home against Hyman. Right now, Will Toy is set to start on the mound for the Rams, and they'll play on Thursday once again here at home against the Berlin Mountaineers. We appreciate all of you watching today in this Westpac South Conference game, as the Rams this time get the win over the Elks. This is Luke Bowers. Have a great evening, everyone, and thanks so much for watching.